Hey, welcome everyone to Wizards Outlook. We got Cardo Dudley Jr. here with Raymond Lyons, both of whom are which are in Capital One Arena as the Clippers use a huge third quarter to down the Wizards tonight, 125 to 109. Ray, we'll start with you. What the hell happened in that third quarter?
Look, man, we knew what it was coming in, or at least we should have. One team is in championship mode, the other team is in full tank mode, man, and it is what it is. Um, every time the Wizards start a game the way they started tonight, just going tit for tat, I know the inevitable is coming. The other team is going to go on a run, and we all know what happens when teams go on runs against the Wizards. They fold, and that's what happened tonight, man. The Clippers came out that third quarter, just blitzed them, 40-19 in the quarter. I believe they started the quarter off 20-4, and yeah, it was just a wrap after that, man. They clamped down defensively. I think Kawhi had 3 steals in that quarter alone, and they just turned it into a lot of transition baskets, and then they went to work in the half court as well. Yeah, man, like it's cool and all when the Wizards are able to match the other team offensively to start the game, but we know once we see some regression to the mean on that end, they have absolutely nothing to fall back on the other end, and that's how we get these lopsided losses. So, yeah, it goes back to what we've been saying for about 4 years now. They got to play some defense. It is what it is, and until they do that, they're not going to be able to string together any type of consistent positive outcomes because, if you're just going to depend on the ball going in the basket, what you going to do when you cold or when the other team clamps down defensively. Like you're not making shots and you're not getting stops. After that, it's a done deal. So yeah, it was fun while it lasted. They got 2 wins, a little bit of momentum and positivity building, but I mean, we see what it is when the real teams come in here.
All right, and this is just the first of a string of tough opponents. Cardell, what'd you see tonight?
Uh, you saw a championship team elevate their play in the third quarter after halftime and really just close out the game in that quarter. Um, it was beautiful to see, especially the way they clamped down defensively. The Wizards didn't score until the 8:36 mark in the third quarter. That pretty much tells you what time they were on as far as the Clippers and their defense. Meanwhile, they started the game on a 9-0 run. The Clippers were led by Kawhi Leonard, who was dominant in that third quarter. My man had 12 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists in that quarter alone on 6 of 10 shooting. So they got behind him. James Harden was another one that killed him. He had 8 points and 3 rebounds on 3 of 6 shooting in that quarter. And they just fouled on in that quarter, man. 8 players scored in that quarter for the Clippers. 8 players. 8 players, man. They outscored Washington 26-10 in the paint, which tells you Washington couldn't stop them. They were picking on guys like Kispert. I know Kawhi Leonard was hunting them. He was hunting them bad. Picking rolls, being patient, doing whatever he could to try to draw him or one of the bigs out on the island and go to work on him. Then they turned the Wizards over 6 times and scored 13 points off those 6 turnovers. And those 13 points turned out to be all of their fast break, and they held Washington to 0 points as far as fast breaks. It was just a total dominant run in that quarter. And I've been saying it all season. When the Wizards give up a 40-point quarter, they lose that game. It's over. I don't care when it is. It could be the first quarter, the second quarter, third. It's over. And that's what you saw. They didn't recover. I know they won the fourth quarter 30-19. The starters went out with a few minutes left on the Clippers side. And then, the Wizards reserves got a few garbage buckets. The Clippers also out rebounding them in the third quarter 17-8. They literally dominated every facet of the game in the third quarter. They elevated the game and they took the Wizards out. And that's a sign of a team that's eyeing the championship. And that's basically what you saw in that quarter. And if you're a basketball fan, it was great to see. Obviously, if you're a Wizards fan, it's more like, that's why I was, telling people pump the brakes. Everybody getting excited. 2-game winning streak. I'm like, yeah, y'all beat the Pistons and the Spurs. Relax. They're bottom dwellers just like you guys are. So it was fun to see, and they flat out dominated. All right, looks like we lost Wilson, man. So we'll keep it going, man. You're player of the game.
Kawhi. Once he decided the game was over in the third quarter, the game was over. Simple as that.
Yeah, for sure. It was easy, man. He was flat out dominant, man. He got to the mid range and killed those boys. Killed those boys and only took 4 threes. Yeah, so guess you don't need to jack a lot of threes to be effective in this league, but that's me, man. Your X factor.
I'm gonna go Amir Coffee, man. Super efficient night. 17 points, 5 for 7, shooting 2 for 3, perfect from the line. Just a nice punch. With PG being out, he somewhat filled that void for them.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna roll with you too. Guy came in averaging 5 points, finished with 17. He most definitely was the X factor. Harden found him a lot as well as Kawhi Leonard, and he made him pay. And then defensively, he was good, man. He didn't really give up any ground on that end, man. So he was a big part in them blowing the game open in the fourth quarter, man. So hey, hats off to him, man. He elevated his game tonight. We're gonna move on to these comments, man. Listen, baby, coming into this game, there's no way we winning against the Clippers. So I was prepared for this hill. I mean, yeah, look, man, we just trying to. I think they just trying to see him compete, and to be honest, probably more than half the rosters competing and playing for other teams right now. Because I just can't see this full team coming back next year. Not everybody, man. Somebody gonna have to roll up out of here so they can try to rebuild this thing. Because it's you shouldn't lose by what? You should lose by 16 points. And you're like, hey, that's competitive. That's competitive. That's that's below NBA standards, man. That it shouldn't be like that at all for any NBA team. But that's the reality we're in, man. They've been winning lately. Be lucky. PG didn't play. It would have been worse. Yeah. Yeah, it definitely would have been more worse, man. Probably would have been over at halftime instead of the third quarter. But, with that being said, man, they competed. Kuz was on fire. My only criticism of Kuz, you got to understand who you're going up against. You can't have 2 rebounds, bro. You 6'10". Nah, bro. I mean, you score the ball. Get the boards, man. Get those boards, man. Area 11T, back to reality. Try to tell y'all. Y'all got gas up off the Pistons and the Spurs. Come on now. Area 11T, we even got to see our G League guys tonight. Yeah, why not? It was over. Get them some reps. And last Area 11T and the Johnny Davis signing. Someone pray for that guy's jumper. Oh man, yeah, man, he need work, and I think that's the thing that's keeping them from being up here full time, man. It's that. Look, man, team scout. They know your weaknesses and they attack you. You know what I'm saying? And like Pittsburgh, they attacked him on defense, and then they ran him off the 3-point line and made him have to handle the ball, which is another weakness. And he had some wild turnovers off the bounce, man. Dude swiping down and trying to get it. So, and that fed a fast break in the third quarter, and it was a wrap after that. Another comment, Anthony Tony. They play harder for Keith than West. And is that an indictment on West or the players? That's what I'm trying to say. I mean, what are y'all? They're 9 and 100. So why are they picking their choosing which coach to play hard for? At some point, they should have been playing harder from jump, but it is what it is. And Keith rotations are like night and day with West. Like that, he's giving the young guys a chance. I think he's giving the young guys a chance because the shit's over. They ain't gonna do shit this season. Like, well, you might as well. You know what I mean? Why not? You might as well get them some reps and stuff like that. But you still see the results are the same. or 11 to you, like, bro, how do you mess up your jumper that bad in like 2 months? I don't have the answer for that. They have shooting coaches and a bunch of assistant coaches that get paid a lot of money to fix that, to figure that out. That's on them. But really, with him, I think it's just confidence, man. It don't really matter about the form. It really don't matter about the form. The form is, like people get on Sean Marion and his form. It looked like he just flickered it, a lot, but it went in a lot. So wise man once said, man, as long as the ball go in and then they get blocked, it's all good. You know what I'm saying? He's just not going there. So until it start going in, he needs to tweak something. You know what I'm saying? He has a lot of wasted motion on it. You can see it kind of a wind up from three and stuff. You gotta get that thing compact, man. Keep the elbow to the real cage and just go up with it and just let it fly, man. He got work to do. And honestly, I think that's the thing that's keeping him off the floor. He came in the league out of college, known as a defender, can break you down off the bounce. He got the other tools, but it can get vicious in this league, man, if you can't shoot, especially at point guard. You know what I'm saying? He's not going to get that many minutes as is. So he got to be able to hit open jumpers off these other guys, such as Kuz, Denny, Tyus, and all those guys when they penetrate and kick out. And right now, he's a liability. It'll be tough. But they need to get fired because that's crazy. Hey, man. Hey, dog. We in the arena sitting down, dog. I mean, I don't understand, man. Why does that matter, man?
Yeah, hey, my fault, man.
They keep us in sections.
My fault for the technical difficulties, but yeah, that comment had me dying.
Yeah, man. Wilson, you gotta get off the cricket, dog. You gotta get off the cricket service, man.
Man,
come on over
here. Doing what I can, man. They kick me off quick. But appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. We'll see y'all Friday night. They got Miami. See how that.
Did they kick him off again? They might have kicked him off again, man. So yeah, man, we're going to check back with y'all after the Miami game on Friday. Pray for these boys. A lot more of these nights to come.